Yellow is the color of knowledge. And knowledge is what the following test is designed to deliver. From 0 to 300 and back to 0, the venue, one of the world's largest vehicle testing sites, in Papenburg, Germany. 16 manufacturers. Bugatti, Porsche, Lamborghini, Mercedes SLS, BMW and more. A who's who of the supercar sector. It's a high-speed event, and we've created it because we've always been focused on vehicle dynamics, lap times at race circuits and so on. Others like Nardo then started doing high speed, and we considered what would be a fitting way for Sport Auto to do something similar. It clearly wasn't going to be about pure top speed, but we've got a discipline in our super test where cars accelerate from 0 to 200, so we extended that a bit and moved it here to Papenburg and said, right, what we'll now measure is a sprint from 0 to 300 and back to 0. Letting the car really fly. In under 17 seconds from 0 to 300. Every driver's dream. Up to 250 kilometers an hour around the bank turn. When the car accelerates, the passenger shouldn't be able to touch the dashboard. When it brakes, he should be thrown right forward. And ideally, after 3 times in a row, he ought to be completely shaken up with his heart in his mouth. That would be a complete success. Putting this into plain numbers is done by a GPS recorder that transmits the times from the circuit. The Aschaffenburg tuner can now only watch. Test drivers then give his V60 RS its wings. Even more important, however, than the acceleration is the deceleration, breaking down from 300 to 0. I think for most people it's actually the most spectacular experience. Most, of course, never do it, which is why we always say that it's so important to do driver training courses to get a chance to push an ABS system to the limit, to get to know what ceramic brake pads can actually do. Because it's absolutely fascinating the way the things bite these days. It's definitely a bit like motor racing. It's the ultimate test for the car and for the black gold. It's the tire and the correct pressure that turn a tamely purring kitten into a powerful tiger on the track. Using air pressure, we're able to adjust the size of the contact patch. That is, we try to transfer the vehicle's power onto the road or track via the tires, and a large contact patch gives us more opportunities to do that, and it's this patch that we can adjust using air pressure. Gold for 1,000 horsepower. A Porsche tuner is the fastest, up to 300 and back down to 0 in a total of 24.5 seconds. The best result ever in this series of tests, organized by Sport Auto. The interesting thing, however, is not that going 300 feels so spectacular, but that afterwards, back at 200 or less, then it feels so incredibly slow. On the motorway, you're then inclined to say, 250, what's that? You get used to the speed very quickly. Yellow, the color of knowledge, as delivered at the Papenburg 0 to 300 to 0 event. Speed isn't the only part of driving that's fun.